Hi, my name is Brittany. This is my channel, Be the Little Light. Those that are old friends, you know that I have been away for a while, and today was not a day that I planned to be back. As you can probably hear, I sound a little different. I'm currently working through clearing something for my system. So I'm going to try to keep this as brief as possible so I'm not coughing too much. But I actually sat down to I wanted to get the collective energy post election, and it was for myself. I just felt it as soon as I went to go get the cards that was a question that came up, and when I pulled everything out, I just heard that I needed to share this. So we're in a new space, and we'll get to all that in the future at a later time, and the sound will be better. I don't have my microphone in, and I just woke up. Um, but I do want to be very transparent that at the time that I'm filming this is the morning post the US election. I have intentionally, I did vote yesterday. I cast my sovereign vote, and it doesn't matter who it was for and all of that, but I did that, and then when I went home, I disconnected from everything. I didn't watch any of the news. I intentionally put my phone on sleep, turned off all the notifications, and turned off the news app on my phone to make sure that I did not wake up today and see who the winner was before I was ready to see it. Now I've gotten up, I've worked out, and I came here to do my meditation with spirit. And so at the time that I'm filming this, I genuinely don't know who the winner or the elected president is. But I want to share with you the message that spirit got for me. So spirit gave to me. So when I went to pull the tarot cards, to get the energy and the vibe on the cards that, well, the first card that popped up was very interesting because it was the strength card, but it was like this, exactly like this. And for me, it represented a neutral energy, and I'm going to circle back to that. The other energies that came up, oh, I had a Three of Cups. Now let me preface this by saying I'm using the tarot cards as a tool, but I don't necessarily, I read the tarot cards energetically, not necessarily how they are traditionally read. So the Three of Cups could have a taught meaning, but I'm looking at it on an intuitive level, and what spirit tells me around it. So for the Three of Cups, for me, I saw people celebrating a victory. And then there, for the Seven of Wands reversed, for me, what came up was people feeling like they're running out of resources. If I looked at this card upright, I would view this card as people who are hoarding, still out of fear, but nonetheless hoarding. When I look at this reverse, it's giving me I'm running out of resources. I'm panicking. And then on the other side of that, I saw the Ace of Pentacles reversed, and to me, that represented the opposing side to the people that are celebrating, that feel victorious. This to me represents people or the party that felt like they had it, they had the victory in the palm of their hands, and they lost it. It slipped out of their hands. So I'm seeing quite literally, let me make sure I'm doing this right. I'm seeing quite literally the victor, the side that is on the quote side of the elected president. And then in the middle, I'm seeing what we would consider the collective, those that voted, feeling the ones that feel, yeah, I'm seeing that as a collective. It's the people that are in the middle is what I'm seeing. So whether you voted for whoever, there's still a feeling of running out of resources, and I feel like that's the main theme. That was one of the main things that people really cared this election around was, yes, people cared about certain social issues and certain ethical issues and stances in the world and things like that. But a very, 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 very big thing that I was seeing that a lot of people were talking about the most that they cared about, they're like, I don't care about aliens, I don't care about this or that. I care about the bottom dollar. I care about how can I, you know, turn my nickel into a dollar, because right now my nickel is worth 0.0001 cents, and my groceries and my living is at an all-time high. You get what I'm saying. And then on the other side of that, it's quite literally I'm seeing the three. But that other energy is this neutral strength energy. I feel like this represents the third party, what we would consider the third party. I also feel like this represents a lot of people who intentionally decided to remain neutral around this whole election. I myself, full disclosure, um, decided to remain neutral about the whole thing, even though I did decide to vote. My choices, and I had set the intention, and I was in prayer yesterday around the election, and my intention and wish for everyone is that regardless of what the results were of the election, that my wish for everyone is that you do not let it determine the outlook on your entire life, your well-being, because you're giving so much power to something outside of you, someone outside of you, the savior coming to save you. And anytime you do that, you will be disappointed, whether the person you rooted for wins the competition or whatever. Anytime you externalize your power and allow that to determine the trajectory of your life, you will be disappointed. And I feel like that is a very big collective lesson that we, as a people, we the people, are being called to really look at. And I feel like that has everything to do with that feeling of we're running out of resources. Things are most expensive they've ever been. Tension and divisiveness is at an all-time high, etc., etc. You got what I'm saying? I feel like there is this, I don't want to use the word revolution, but I feel like there's this new stance, this new growing. It's not a new energy, but maybe collectively it appears as something new. This is an energy, this is a group, this is a frequency, a thought, a way of living that has already existed, but it's something that's going to continue to grow. People who are like, I don't want to pick sides, I want to remain neutral, I don't want to become polarized. That is a energy that is going to grow in the future. So, and then at the bottom of the deck, I'm gonna have to wrap this up because I'm getting ready to cough. At the bottom of the deck, the overall energy was victory. I see celebration. To me, this represents an inauguration. It's quite literally a castle, so to me, this represents the White House. I feel like there's this the overarching energy to this is celebration. And I feel like whether you agree with the results or not, that energy is there. And I feel like it has everything to do with the big picture. And I will circle back to that. But I wanted to finish it off by asking what was the advice for the collective. And there was a lot of different advice, so I'll go over it one by one. So first we had infinite abundance. This is abundance is pouring into your life. What was coming up for me with this is doesn't matter which side you were on. We're all on the same side. We're all part of humanity. We're all Team Earth. You have to, just like a farmer, you have to see the vision. You cannot just plant this seed and be like, well, where's the fruit? The farmer had to see the vision fully in their mind and know that this was going to come, and one day I'm going to be able to reap the benefits of the seeds that I have planted. This is the reassurance that regardless of who won, which side is now victorious, it's it's blue or it's the red, you need to keep the mindset that abundance is your frequency, that it's your birthright, that regardless of who, what, when, where, why, you are always abundant. You have to believe it before you see it. You have to be so relentless about believing it that it has no choice but to appear in your reality. I also have the wandering path. Enjoy the journey. This is about having fun with the journey, not taking everything so seriously. It's also the reminder that you can always side quest. That's your choice. Do whatever you want, but have fun with it along the way. Next was narrow pathway. Tread thoughtfully. And at first I asked Spirit, I was like, I don't understand what that means. But then I realized if you were walking on a narrow pathway, you would have to be very intentional about every step you take. So this is a call to remove yourself out of autopilot and do everything from intention. What is your intention behind every single thing that you're doing? Is it in alignment with where you want to go, with who you ultimately want to be, embody, show up as in the world? Everything with intention. Next I had was answering the call. The time is now. We are stepping into a new era, whether you agree with it or not. This is a new era. That's what I'm seeing. We are stepping into a new portal. We have timeline jumped into a new reality. What are you feeling called to do? Because I guarantee you, whatever that is, that call right now is the loudest it's ever been in its life. And it doesn't matter who's in office and who's not. That call is going to continue to get loud. Right now, just step through that door. Take that first step to the next thing that you're really being called, that's being so relentless and nagging you in your shoulder about. Step through the door. Next, I have distant thunder. Clear the air. I feel like this is very representative of unrest, a collective unrest in what is considered for all intents and purposes, I don't believe in this, but I will use this terminology so you get what I'm saying. For all intents and purposes, the losing side. This is the unrest of the losing side. This is a collective unrest. There's an unrest in the collective based off of these results. And I feel like it's be very mindful of your energy so that you don't get swept up in this energy. This reminds me of conflict, quite literally storm. And it's your choice or not to view it as dark times or not. Be mindful of your energy. You have the ability at any moment in time to clear your own energy, your own frequency. And also, the last one here is view from above. Get the big picture. This goes hand in hand with this because they're both seeing things from above. So it's like, it's calling you, excuse me, it's calling you to see things for what it really is. Pull out of yourself for a moment, out of your microcosm, and pull back into the macrocosm and see how in any possibly way could this benefit me, the collective. Sit with yourself, with spirit, with your guides, so that you can gain clarity on what's taking place and what will continue to take place. At the bottom of this deck, I have watching clouds. Lie back, rest, and relax. This is a call for everybody to disconnect from this collective energy of what's been so intensely focused on, not just as an American, but the world. The world has had eyes on this election. That's very intense. There's a lot of very charged polarities, a lot of charged energy around that. Make sure you do not be so absorbed into it all day. Pull yourself out of it. Remind yourself of how you're just this little speck floating on a rock in one galaxy. You know, give yourself time to separate, unplug, unplug from the matrix. With that being said, I'm gonna go before I cough my brains out. I love you guys very much. I will talk to you guys very, very soon. And show each other some love in the comments. Let's leave, you can leave heart emojis, any color, and let's leave some rainbow and sparkly emojis, because that's the energy that we need to send to the collective right now. There's a lot of people that need a lot of love and a lot of hugs, and also you need to give that to yourself as well. I love you guys very much. I will talk to you later.